we await someone whose description would truly stagger you with its individuality. He is, clutch onto your seats very, very carefully. He is the first ever spiritual DJ in the world. We are talking about Monsieur Pierre KaRavan and Monsieur Pierre Ravan, and he has this unique product called the KaRavan, the KaRavan or the KaRavan, which combines feel-good music, heartfulness, meditation, and yoga in one package, which is truly, truly, let's say, rejuvenating. So we welcome Monsieur Pierre Ravan, and sir, we are awaiting this unique thing, this unique module that you have developed, the first ever spiritual DJ in the world. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Salam. Bonjour. With all the language, we are here united. I am very honored. Thank you very much for this introduction. I'm very honored to be part of this beautiful conference. I just want to make sure, am I audible correctly? Because I want to know if are the levels okay? Everybody can hear me properly?
It is absolutely fine.
Thank you. The most important thing is first to introduce what was the topic which was chosen that I have to speak about, which I think it's very practical. The infusion of the social life with spirituality. We are living in the world that the word spirituality, I think, has been misunderstood, especially by the youth. Because for many youth who are maybe not into the spiritual practice, or maybe they are not part of all this platform that all the beautiful speakers are speak about, the word spirituality is a little bit foreign. They mix spirituality with religion. They think spirituality means living life and go sitting under one tree and just meditating. They feel spirituality is just a mere living life and just pursuing maybe a celibacy. As has been introduced, I've been in the music business for more than 30 years. I've been playing, I've been a professional DJ, which was very important to understand, and playing in one of the biggest nightclubs from Ibiza to Goa to Dubai and to the whole world. What was amazing for me to see, we tend to judge people. Why? Because as soon we hear, oh, this person has a social life and going somewhere to a nightclub, what we say, these people are maybe taking some chemical intoxication. We are already, the whole concept is we judge these people. What we do, we segregate. If you go and look most of the magazines of the world or even events, there is all the yoga festivals, yoga event, meditation event, conferences. Then you have the other side, where to go and dance, where is the party, where go to drink, when go to have fun. We tend to separate these two. What I learned from my heartfulness practice and from my Guruji and for myself, humanity is one. Yogis cannot judge these people that these people might be doing something wrong. They might not find a way. The whole concept of KaRavan that I have been introduced was to bring the yogis, the normal people, the humanity as one. And this is what your conference is all about. It's about humanity and spirituality, isn't it? It's about the integration. But for that, it's very important to understand what spirituality is. Yes, I do combine yoga, music, and then heartfulness meditation. A lot of people are confused. They ask me, how can you be a DJ and be a Heartfulness meditation trainer. The question already for me make me think why they think this all separated. I am born as a Muslim. I transcended. I travel all around the world. And the day that I came under the feet of my Guruji, I learned one thing, that the religion of God is love. And this is what we need to cultivate. What now we should do? Look, the situation of what is happening with COVID. Look, I have only 10, 15 minute time to speak. That's why there are a lot of interesting things that I can share with you all. Especially we have so many eminent and high profile speakers here. My speech might come very simple, but always remember, a simple thing touches the hearts. Everything which is simple and pure, this is what we need to take in. For this 10, 15 minutes, I would like to share an insight that I have, my own experience and what I feel. And then at the end of the session, I will request if you have any question, at least 3, 4, 5 questions that we can answer. For many people, they're all speaking about this COVID situation and social life. Especially for me, I lost a lot of my business. Why? Because I'm not performing anymore. A lot of people come, especially on all these spiritual conferences, and talk about how great it is. This COVID gives us a situation for the self-realization. All of this good, but this is not good enough for the youth. Many youth will say, we are tired of hearing that everything is okay. Thank you, God, for the COVID. But the reality is what? What did we learn from this COVID? I just want to say one simple thing. There is nothing wrong to feel depressed. There is nothing wrong to feel down. This is a natural thing. Being the most spiritual person, you can feel depressed. I am sure all the biggest spiritual gurus can come and say, yes, we also feel down. We also get angry. We also get depressed. But there is only one difference. We can have the tools. First thing is accept how we feel. Second thing is we have the tools. How to rectify it. This COVID situation was a very amazing thing because two questions arise. Like, look myself. I am a married man. I have 4 kids and I was never so long in the house. A lot of people will say, this is the best opportunity to spend time with family. But you have the other side. Because maybe spending a long time with the family, you can realize that there were a lot of points that need to be rectified, isn't it? It's not always like that you're with the family and everything, as we said in French, la vie en rose, means everything is perfect. No, a lot of things come on the surface. Means 3 situations we can learn, especially I'm talking to the youth today. One is about your personal life. How should I use this? What did I do about my health? I can eat better. I was socializing before. Now I'm socializing on Zoom. It's not possible, right? Because it's very, very virtual. I learn new things. The minute I accept and I adapt myself to the situation, I could see a lot of new venture opening up. For me, it's been 1 year that I lost a lot of concert. My last concert, I supposed to play for 20,000 people for the opening of the European Cup in Rome. I was waiting for this opportunity for 5 years in the stadium of football, sit everybody meditate and Pierre Ravan, KaRavan playing. It didn't happen. In the human level, I was very depressed. But when we accept and adapt, something else happened. Something else was created. In the business field, the mutual trust and respect that many people speak about it. Many of you who are the top business people, be it part of the organization, Canoria or all, you realize all the people that you worked is not only about the payroll anymore. It's about the mutual trust and respect. Means our world with the situation of COVID gave us that realization to dive within. Now, how to do all of that? It might sound for you a theory. There is only one way. From the first speech, I don't know if you heard, our beloved master, Daji spoke. We are the creator of our destiny. What that means? We create our own problems, but we also create our own peace. We are the one. Why? How? Because we relate everything from the outside world. The minute I learn to internalize, this is where everything starts. The connection with your higher self. You know, in Islam, there is a hadith that we say, Man arafa nafsehu faqat arafa rabbehu. What that means? Means if you want to know your God, you have to know yourself. And this is the right time for that. Especially if we find a path which will give us that. You know, one of the best features of heartfulness for me that I realized as an artist, going to a nightclub with 20,000 people, I would say maybe 90% of it intoxicated, and you are there. What would you do? Many people will not even go. Many spiritual people will avoid it. Why? Because they will say, oh, we don't want to get into that atmosphere. With all my due respect, it's not true. You're the candle, a light when you go somewhere. You spread that. And that can only happen if you connect it to the source. Especially in heartfulness, we have something we call that transmission, which is the attentive power of the soul. And through that pranahuti, through that tavajjuh, you can not only connect to yourself, you can connect to your source. And all your life will be the way it should go. We as a human now, we always look for the solution. I'm sure dear respected Dr. Prasad or everybody else will say it. Everybody was waiting for the vaccine. But ask yourself this question. We might find a vaccine for COVID, but we need to find also a vaccine for our behavior and our attitude towards life. And what is that vaccine? There is only one solution: to start look inside and find that in ourselves, that creativity, that potential which is hidden in our heart. And that is when our journey starts. And the whole KaRavan journey that our dear sister mentioned is all about that. It's a journey. That's why heartfulness for me was always a lifestyle. It's not a practice. You know, you do 1 hour of yoga, asana, or you go to the gym, or you cycle. And what after the other 23 hours? We should find a path which is with us 24/7. The same thing that we use for our body, we eat, we go to the toilet, we take shower. The same thing we need to do for our soul, for our atma. The same thing. Forget about just the spiritual side. We need to feed our soul. And that can be only happen if we are connected and we get the food from the soul, which I call again transmission, the attentive power of the soul. You need to feed it. I sit and meditate. I do muraqabah. I connect my heart. And then I lead a very balanced life. I really wish that we have some youth today that can ask questions and to understand we can balance our life so well. And when this new normal will come back, to really think, what is that I should avoid in my life? What is that I need to change in my life? What was the learning? If I go still out with my friends and like to have a drink, and I just don't want to say, oh, I'm not coming. Why not? But I learned to protect myself. I learned to say, okay, it's time for me to go. Tomorrow morning, I'm meeting God in my heart. Means I feel the balance in life is the essence of life. To simplify our life, to purify our heart. There is one last thing I wanted to say before we can have a question and answer. All of these answers is from the heart. everything which comes from the heart is the answer. And if anything is wrong, the heart will tell you. Just do one thing. Listen to that heart. Listen to your heart, and that your life will go as easy. Just to end this speech, I wanted to thank all the organizers, especially my dear friend Rahul, my dear brother who was in touch with me, and of course, all the respected speakers that I listened to all the speech and I learned a lot. If we really want to change the humanity, start from yourself. Because if you will not change, you will become a mere preacher. Start with yourself, be the experiment, be the experimenter, and be the result of that experiment. And when you see it work, then it will be like a ripple effect. We can, inshallah, create that egregore of humanity, which we are all connected to the source. Now, I hope we are, my dear, I hope we were in the time frame.
Yes, sir, absolutely. But we need you to answer at least one question. We've got several. In fact, over these 2 days, already 8,000 people have shared our experience over different platforms. So one of these questions is from Indrajit Kundu of Kolkata. And he says, absolutely relating to what you had spoken about, how can I infuse spirituality in my routine life, in my day-to-day, everyday life? And how can I balance and enrich both my personal life and work life? And once again, infuse spirituality in both?
It's a very good question, and I'm happy to receive such a question that is practical, isn't it? We are not here talking about samadhi and moksha. We want to talk about things that we need in our lives. First of all, thank you for this question. One thing, first answer, what is spirituality? We have to first understand what is spirituality. And then when we understand what is spirituality, it's easy to adapt. I want to tell you one thing. Spirituality is joy. The day when you realize that you wake up in the morning and you connect with yourself. For now, put on the sign the divinity, consciousness, all the big words. When you connect to yourself and you say, wow, this is who am I. I accept myself. I feel today I have to upgrade myself. Means you realize you have the tools that you can every day upgrade yourself. You become a better version of yourself. Every single day when you wake up, you with this joy. There is one formula, dear brother, is when you do anything in your life with love and passion, and you bring that joy, the grace will descend 100% to you. And you see, oh my God, today I was getting overreactive with my wife, with my child, with my mother, with my father, with whatever. But I learned when I infused that spirituality with me, wow, I could let it go faster. Then your interest will develop. And the day the interest develops in you, you will surely become successful. The answer to your question, try this meditation and see when you wake up in the morning and you connected to the source, and every day you extend that feeling of you being centered with your heart, and you're very content. And when you're content and you feel nothing can touch you anymore, and all the potentials which are hidden in your heart, all the creativity that you were very maybe difficult for you to find out, and if you come up, you will realize, wow, I love this love affair. Can we take more questions if we have time? I can't hear you, sister.
Unfortunately, we don't have time, but there are plenty of questions waiting for you. Maybe we'll forward those to you later. Okay, thank you so much. And once again,
thank you very much.
Thank you for your wonderful discourse.
My love and respect to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.